Well, hello and welcome everyone. Long time no see. Got an interesting video for you. I'm kind of late to the party on this, but I kind of heard about it late to the party. I need to get better at this. But Minnesota actually had a gun buyback event recently, a couple weeks ago now, and according to this article, about 115 guns were turned in, which is intriguing to me. That's obviously not a lot, but at the same time, they're paying anywhere from $150 for handguns and $250 gift card would be for automatic and semi-automatic weapons and or rifles. It says, yeah, interesting stuff, especially when they are paying $250 for automatics. Hot. I hope no one turned any of that in. Jesus, could you imagine? Let's watch this short little clip here, and we're talk about it.
Community groups aim to get guns off our streets today, no questions asked. Organizers held a gun buyback at the Colin Powell Center in South Minneapolis this afternoon. A line of participants showed up with weapons and cases and plastic
None of those
bags.
people look like
owners could exchange their guns for gift
none of those
cards
guys
worth up
look
to
like criminals to me
$250.
so far.
For Matt Hawkins, turning in
They
some
don't
old
look like
rifles was a
like
no-brainer.
gangbangers or anything.
They've just been gathering dust in my closet. They're my grandfather's, and so I
Sad.
saw this on the news and decided it's a good enough reason to get rid of them, and the incentive was there.
Trained experts dismantled all the guns. The group Art is My Weapon will use the pieces to create new artwork, including sculptures.
So we saw a bunch of people there turning in guns, most of which seemed kind of, at least in that clip, a lot older than I would have. I guess I don't know what I would have expected, but a lot of them seemed, I guess, upwards of 50, even more so to me, except for that one guy that was turning in his grandfather's guns, which kind of makes me really sad because I wouldn't want to do that. That's not okay. I don't think the grandfather, if he handed you something down like that, he'd want you to be like, bye, turn it in to a gun buyback. That's sad. Yeah, so it says about 115 were turned in, and then they go ahead and here, I can show you this other clip here.
Here's a unique way to help stop gun violence. Tomorrow, anyone can turn over a firearm, no questions asked, and get paid for it. A gun buyback event is happening all day tomorrow at the Colin Powell Center in Minneapolis. They're paying up to $250 for a weapon. Our Mariel Mose explains what happens to those firearms.
Maybe if I would have known about it ahead of time, I could turn in some 3D printed stuff. That would have been interesting.
That you have possession of with no questions asked. Like, that's unheard of.
Every firearm, from handguns to long guns, turned into this event will be off the streets of Minnesota without any chance of it being used in a crime. However, the guns will get a new use. Nikki McComb is with Art is My Weapon, which dismantles guns from buyback events and uses them to create art. Many of the artists are survivors of gun violence.
They can learn how to create something that either honors
It's
their
kind of cool looking
lost
art,
loved
but
one
it's still
or
kind of sad.
just release feelings and thoughts.
This event is a comprehensive approach to addressing gun violence. Not only do you turn in your weapon, but all of these tables behind me are offering up resources for a new beginning.
Any area of life
I'm fine with that,
that you
but
might need help with, it is here.
From employment counselors to doctors to therapists and legal help, dozens of organizations are able to offer free services.
We need to knock the barriers down, right? And for access for services they may not normally get because they don't have insurance.
Priscilla Brown and Desiree Galloway are the organizers. Both of them, touched by gun violence in their own ways, have turned helping the community into their passion.
I want the young people to know we do care, we hear you. This is your outcry. We're responding to your outcry.
In Minneapolis.
Hand your guns over, and there is a different path.
Mariel.
Well, ironically, the people that were handing the guns over, at least in that first clip, yeah, I don't think they're going out robbing places too often. Yeah, they seemed rather elderly. Interesting. So, I don't know. I don't know how this even really affects the community. I don't know how this really keeps anyone safe. But like I said, it would have been really interesting to, if I would have known about this ahead of time, if I could have tried, selling some, $250 for a rifle, $150 for a pistol. Like, yeah, I could have thrown in some 3D printed ones or something like that. That'd have been kind of interesting to, to see how they reacted to that, because we've seen on other stories, and I think Print Shoot Repeat even had a video about where he's talking about that, where guys made bank selling 3D printed like liberators or something like that, some variation of that, to like an event, and just sold a whole bunch of them. And then they're like, no, you can't do this anymore. This is ridiculous. These aren't guns. But yet our legislator and our government's like, we need to ban those 3D printed ghost guns. But you try to bring them to a gun buyback, and they're like, no, that's taking advantage of the system. You shouldn't do that. It's so hypocritical and funny to me. So I was kind of interested, and I thought it was kind of funny that we had one here in Minnesota. So I want to do a little video on it and see what people thought about it, and if maybe people haven't heard about this. I like I said, I heard about it late. It's kind of shocking that we had it. I'm kind of sad that they're turning guns into to art and stuff, but it's very interesting. And like this article quotes too, that it quotes that same CDC article that I'll leave all this stuff in the description below too, but it quotes that same CDC article where they talk about firearms being the leading cause of death in children, in which the CDC, which all news articles, news venues, whatever, fail to mention, is that the CDC statistics also like to include 18 and 19-year-olds. Last time I checked, they're legal to serve in war. They're legal to vote. They're legal adults. Like, what is that? They're not kids. They should not be included in that statistic. That's stupid, and it kind of invalidates that statistic. Let's be honest. You guys, I don't know. Like, comment, consider subscribing. I just thought it was kind of interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Take it easy, be well, and I'll see you in the next Kenny Bears Arms video.